Our chief guest for tonight is Mr. Michael Kellogg. We're pleased to have you here with us tonight, and we don't do things lightly at the JCWO, as you could tell with your intro here. So, if I'm not wrong, we have an AV presentation to help us introduce our chief guest for tonight. So, everybody, please turn your attention to the screen.
The chief guest for tonight's dinner gala is Michael Kellogg, the treasurer of Board of Trustee Jaffna College Fund, Boston, USA. Mike Kellogg is a partner with Aureus Asset Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor in Boston, Massachusetts. Mike joined Aureus in 2013 and has 40 years' experience in the financial services industry. In this position, he is involved in many aspects of the business, including portfolio management, client relationship management, marketing, and strategic initiatives for the firm. Prior to joining Aureus, he was founder and president of AM Capital Partners, which provided outsourced distribution services to investment managers. Prior to AM Capital, he served as managing director, global head of distribution for Babson Capital Management, and president of Babson Capital Securities. He spent 10 years with Fidelity Investments as executive vice president, head of distribution for Fidelity Investment Institutional Services Company. Prior to Fidelity, Mike was with US Bancorp, serving in multiple investment management and senior management positions. Mike earned BA degrees in economics, political science, and psychology from Hastings College in Hastings, Nebraska. He is a board member of the trustees of Jaffna College Funds, where he serves as treasurer. He is an advisory council member for Andover Newton Seminary at Yale Divinity School, and serves as treasurer and chair of the Finance and Investment Committee. He is an active member of the Wellesley Congregational Church, serving on the Finance and Investment Committee, and is a past moderator. Mike and his wife Sally have lived in Boston for 30 years, have 2 children, and 2 grandchildren. Jaffna College Alumni Association of Ontario is proud to have Michael Kellogg as a chief guest for tonight.
It is my pleasure to invite our trustee member and immediate past president, Mr. Inbajodi Nithiraj, to extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Michael Kellogg, and invite him to the stage and share his message with us. Trustee member, Mr. Nandakumar, please join us at the stage.
So good evening, everyone. It is a real privilege and joy to be with you tonight for the 39th annual Crimson and Gold Dinner. My thanks to the Jaffna College Alumni Association for inviting me, of Ontario, for inviting me to share in this celebration, one that honors not only the proud legacy of Jaffna College, but also the enduring spirit of its graduates around the world. As I look around this room, I'm reminded that Jaffna College has always been more than an institution. It is an enduring idea, a vision rooted in faith, learning, and service. A vision that has guided generations of students to lead with integrity, compassion, and purpose. Tonight we celebrate that living legacy, one that each of you carry forward in your own lives and in your own community. For the trustees of Jaffna College Funds, or as we call ourselves, TJCF, the organization I have the honor to represent this evening, this legacy is both a sacred trust and a continuing mission. I do want to take a moment to also say that of our 15 board members, we have 2 with us tonight who represent the alumni, Inbam and Nantha. If you could stand. They have been incredible contributors to our organization, to the work we do, and to the benefit we bring to Jaffna College. So thank you, Inbam and Nantha, for being here this evening. I think, Inbam, you're a member of the association, so you probably had to be here. So let me just talk a little bit about TJCF. At TJCF, we see ourselves, you get closer to that? Okay. At TJCF, we see ourselves as stewards of the past, partners in the present, and believers in the future of Christian education. Since our founding in 1877, nearly 150 years ago, TJCF has supported Christian education in Sri Lanka with Jaffna College as our primary grant recipient. And for those, if there's anyone here from Udaville College, we have been supporting Udaville, proudly supporting Udaville for the last 50 years, and that partnership since the 1970s, and that partnership actually began at the request of the president of Jaffna College back in the late 1960s. Our role has always been simple but vital, to provide the resources and stewardship needed for these institutions to flourish, so the next generation can experience the same transformative education that shaped so many of you. A little more background on TJCF. Most of our funds were raised between 1879 and 1906, a total of $88,000. Our first donation came from what we refer to as the ABCFM, or the American Board of Commissioners for Foreign Missions, and the largest gift came from Jesse St. John, which was 100 shares of Standard Oil stock with a value of $42,000. This gift established the Daniel Poor Memorial Fund, its purpose to pay for the salary of the president of Jaffna College. Now, as treasurer of TJCF, you're probably expecting some numbers from me, so I won't disappoint those that are number people, and I can't resist talking a little bit about money. From those humble beginnings of $88,000, and through patient stewardship and long-term investing, the fund today has grown to more than $45 million. Thank you. Now, before you anchor on that $45 million number, let me give you a couple other ones. At the end of last year, the balance was $41 million. During the bear market of 2022, the US stock bear market of 2022, it fell to $28 million. During the pandemic in 2020, it was $23 million. And a short 15 years ago, during the financial crisis, it was $15 million. So why the volatility in our assets? Because over time, we've moved our investments entirely into publicly traded equities, or the stock market. Now, some of you might ask, why all stocks? Isn't it safer to include bonds? Well, that depends upon your time horizon. Most investors have a limited one, but TJCF is a perpetual fund, meant to be everlasting, which allows us to think in decades, not in years. Over long periods, stocks have delivered higher returns, and that compounding has been vital to supporting Jaffna College. Over the past 10 years, our portfolio has compounded at 11% per year, while the bond market has returned 2% per year. In other words, in the last 10 years, our funds are up 202%, and if we would have been invested in bonds, they would have been up 20%. Now, over the past 20 years, let me step back. To provide stability for this volatility, we calculate our annual grants based upon a 10-year average of our ending assets. That helps to smooth out the market swings and ensures steady support year after year. Over the last 20 years, despite the ups and downs of the market, that 10-year average has never declined. It's grown between 7 and 8% per year. To arrive at our grants, we then apply a formula which has been for years was 3.5% of that average number. But following the resolution of the legal action taken by the Jaffna College Board, and in the spirit of renewed collaboration, we increased it to 4.5% in 2025, and we will continue that going forward. Over the last decade, TJCF has distributed $8.6 million in grants to our beneficiaries. For 2026, we expect to distribute $1.1 million, with about $650,000, or over 60% of our grants, going to Jaffna College. That's the largest grant we've ever made. Beyond annual support, which is primarily for operating needs, we're developing a multi-year capital plan to improve campus facilities, ensuring students have a safe, comfortable, and inspiring environment to learn and grow. And here's where the Ontario community can make a real difference. You heard Vijay Kumar talk about a matching grant that we just had. So about 2 weeks ago, we spoke with Vijay Kumar, my Tamil's a little limited, Vijay Kumar and Peter about matching the income from your fundraising efforts that established the Boarding Scholarship Fund. Our board met a short 2 days later, and we agreed to match the annual scholarship payments for an initial period of 3 years. We are grateful for your initiative and your leadership in making this happen, and in my experience with TJCF, this is the first matching grant we've ever made. Oh, I'm not very good at wearing this, I guess. I'll set this here. Matching programs like this are powerful. They let your generosity go further and have a greater impact on Jaffna College and its students. We encourage and are open to exploring with you and other alumni associations new matching opportunities for improvements at Jaffna College. When alumni step forward, TJCF stands ready to walk alongside you. Together, we can make sure every dollar raised builds something lasting and something worthy of Jaffna College's mission. A few closing thoughts. Institutions endure not just because of governance or funding, they endure because of people. They endure because of communities like this one. Alumni who care deeply, give generously, and live out the values of Jaffna College wherever life takes them. You are the living testimony of what Jaffna College stands for. Your Alumni Association has been a bridge between continents and generations, supporting students, providing needed funds, and nurturing fellowship like this among graduates. As we look to the future, the role of Christian education and the mission of Jaffna College is more vital than ever. We live in a time of rapid change, where technology and global pressures shape how young people think about purpose and success. Christian education offers something timeless, a moral compass grounded in love, humility, and service. At its best, education does more than prepare students for a career. It prepares them for life, to think critically, to act justly, and to care deeply for others. On behalf of the trustees of Jaffna College Funds, thank you for your steadfast support and your shared commitment to this great institution and its students. Together, we are partners in a common calling, to uphold the vision of Jaffna College and to ensure that its students continue to grow in faith, wisdom, and service. May God bless each of you and bless Jaffna College. Thank you.